AskReddit by Freeman9. What can those who don't live in Hong Kong do to support the protesters fighting for freedom? Deleted. I think the way you phrase that might be misleading. We need the media so that people keep protesting instead of forgetting about it. It's also important because every other part of the world needs to know what's happening. Funnily enough, Reddit makes the situation seem more known than it actually is outside of internet context. I've had several discussions out here with people, perhaps 12 different people. All 12 didn't know this issue existed, and most didn't seem to really care. So far this Area 51 raid has far more presence than Hong Kong's protests, which is unfortunate. Let's storm the Hong Kong-Chinese border, they can't stop all of us. Help other people in your own city to be aware of the situation in Hong Kong. It seems like no one in Australia care. I know more about it through Reddit than real people and the news combined. Spread the news about it. Talk about it on other types of social media. Although it's a small step, bringing awareness to a problem is a step towards a solution. I see that several countries are taking the side of the protesters, but it still needs to be talked about more. I couldn't find any website where you could directly help them sadly, so the best thing we can do is bring awareness to the situation. Okay, and then what? Hong Kong are here. First, I thank you all sincerely for caring for us. So the best things you can do is to spread the words to others in your nation. Showing the government and the Communist Party in China how many people care will undoubtedly give them a lot of pressure. I also want to tell you guys that our Hong Kong exists and it contains a lot of information you guys really need to know. Thank you. Edit. I really appreciate all your comments. Please continue asking me about Hong Kong. I'll gladly try to answer all. The students at the universities here keep protesting for you guys, but the Chinese gov keeps shutting them down. I'm in NZBTW. The students go out anyways, even though they risk their degrees. Hong Kong are here. Keep visiting us. Don't let the government have any more excuses to say the protesters have ruined tourism in Hong Kong. It really is pretty safe here 99% of the time, and protesters know to protect the innocent. Edit. Just to clarify one thing, as I keep seeing it in my responses. The Hong Kong International Airport has been temporarily closed this past Monday and Tuesday, but has resumed normal operation since then. Protests in the airport have been scaled way back as well. This is probably the most useful answer in the thread. Most replies are some variation of doing something that is thoughtful, but completely irrelevant. I'm a Hong Konger and your support means the world to us. These couple of days have been pretty rough for me and I'm almost at my breaking point. Seeing fellow Redditors supporting our cause really made me smile. Thank you so much for your support. Edit. My first gold. Thank you, kind stranger. And thank you all so much for your kind words. Seriously, I'm bawling my eyes out. Us Hong Konger won't give up and we'll fight for freedom till the end. Know that the world is watching, and the vast majority of Western nation citizens support you. I'm from the US, and people like you and your fellow protesters give me hope for a freer future. What could a US citizen do to help you? Watch, learn, and don't repeat their mistakes at home. It's easy to forget how hard freedom was fought for, and people so easily give up that freedom at a request. 100% this. Authoritarian regimes creep in with promises of safety and prosperity. If someone starts talking about why you need to relinquish your individual rights for the greater good, start asking questions. If you give up freedom peacefully now, your children may end up having to take it back through bloodshed. Support us by staying informed and being objective about the situation. Most of us are peaceful. The violence defines a number of us but not the majority. There are also a lot of unverified accusations and outright lies on social media, including Reddit. Don't trust. Verify. Don't demonize the police but denounce police brutality and poor de-escalation tactics. Denounce violence from everyone. including the protesters. Denounce propaganda and interference of reporters from both sides. Denounce biased media framing from international news. Seek unedited live footage. I can't stress this enough. Live footage. Not written summaries with emotive language and sensationalized headlines. When debating, recognize different fallacies. The most common ones are ad hominem, red herring and straw man. Many arguments never really address the opposition's argument. See how that Area 51 raid blew up due to memes. We have to start making them about HK on how the actions government and police force is literally inhumane. Got it. Start making memes, people. The only problem with this one is that people will say it's inhumane, so we may want to start a of some sort. How about freedom for Hong Kong? Edit. OMG WTH, I got 63 upvotes, OMG I so hap. I appreciate the upvotes. This is the most I've ever got before. To everyone here from HK, here in Canada, you guys are on our news daily. We care about you and we really hope for the best for you guys. I've been seeing a lot of reports the government is threatening bringing in soldiers and tanks, so please be safe. To add to this top level comment, there are protests happening this weekend in Canada to show support for Hong Kong. Information on the Toronto March can be found here. https://www.reddit.com/r/toronto/comments/CQ92EY. Fight against corruption. Whether that corruption is inside you, at local administration or at national level. They, HKers, are playing their part. When will we? What you allow to continue, will. I've been living in Hong Kong ever since I was born. Personally, it would be really helpful if you guys kept spreading the word and putting in your thoughts yourselves. Protesting right at your desk is basically what I'm trying to say. Something even as little as supporting us is fine. However, because of the protests, some parts of our city are being destroyed, blocked off, etc. Things like that can't exactly be fixed by others who don't live in Hong Kong, but if we do end up protesting for the next few years and basically never stopping, I think it would be really helpful for people to come by and protest too. Contacting lawyers, activists, politicians, or LEGCO staff members about the situations could be really helpful. Even if you can't do anything, that's totally fine, but all I really think we need is for the rest of the world to agree with removing the extraditional bill. Carrie Lam will face her own ways and it'll be removed. But that's only something we could dream of. Trying our best to make this a reality is the most I ask for. Again, thank you to everyone for actually caring about our population and our home. Oh, and boycott the new Mulan movie. The lead just posted a picture saying I support Hong Kong police. You can hit idap UTM source equals share. Upvote. Hong Kong are here. Just want to add to what everyone already said. Please keep checking up on us. Don't let the story die. The moment Western media forgets us is the moment China is free to do whatever it wants without repercussions. But also, please, do not give up on us. Despite all the protests and violence, Hong Kong is still an incredibly international and vibrant city, and all we are trying to do is to fight to let Hong Kong be Hong Kong, rather than slipping into just another Chinese city. As long as we still have your support, we will strive to continue our fight for the spirit of Hong Kong. Thank you. If you want to help the people in Hong Kong and are US, EU or UK citizen. US, Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act 2019, HR 3289, https://www.congress.gov/bill/116th-congress/house-bill/3289 S1838 https://www.congress.gov/bill/1168-congress/senate-bill/1838 You can use this website https://actioneartwork.org/letters/co-sponsor-hong-con-human-rights-and-democracy-act-of-2019 to send a pre-composed letter to your representative. EU Joint Motion for a Resolution on the Situation in Hong Kong, RC 9-2019-0013. UK Letter to your MP to uphold the 1984 Sino-British Joint Declaration. Letter https://petition.standwithhk.org/(right)?. Or just spread the words about the situation in Hong Kong. That's already very helpful. This is an example where your involvement helped the people of Hong Kong, us past Senate bill to sanction Chinese and Hong Kong officials violating the fundamental human rights and freedoms. Sec 6209. https://www.congress.gov/bill/1170/text:"right?" We are forever grateful. Pay your taxes, because no doubt the CIA is over there trying to fan the flames just like in the Arab Spring. Right now? Nothing. But stay tuned and stay informed. Sometimes, it is enough to know that something is going on, so you can help them when the opportunity to do so arrived. Change your social media filters. Don't forget to send your thoughts and prayers. I wish someone asked this question when Iran had its protests.